Okay, so look at all my containers and start. Before I even get into this, let me look at the babies back here. Chard, put in a container, doing fine. These are some babies I put out to harden off, and they've just been here for a couple weeks now, and I really need to get in the ground. Spinach looks like it's already trying to bolt. Parsley doing fine. Kale getting eaten like it do. This is an experiment on how to start carrots, because I started these inside, and it's really dense, as you can see. So, and depending on who you listen to, you don't necessarily have to thin them. You can let them grow on and then just pluck out babies as you go. But anyway, and carrots don't typically like to be transplanted, so this may have been a huge waste of time. But what I have done, I don't know if you can see that. With my glasses on, I can't tell if it's blurry on the screen or it's just blurry for me. So yeah, I took toilet paper tubes, basically, and used them as little cells, and you can see that better there. And filled it with dirt. I want to try and separate them out. So essentially, like kind of like a peat pot, but doesn't have a bottom on it. So hopefully that helps them to do the thing. And it's just the weather has been inhospitable. It's either been raining or blazing hot. Anyway, so blue spice and dark purple basil and some lemon balm that was growing away, and I think maybe it got too hot for it for a bit. Chocolate mint, a little bit sad but fine. These were things I dug up when I was putting out tomatoes and peppers. 2 cauliflowers and 1 Brussels sprout, and I've just kept them in pots, so they're smallish, but I'm going to try and put them back out now, so we'll see how that goes. And then let's see, this that I didn't plant, I have lamb's quarter, a tomato, and a pepper. And I keep saying I'm going to cut the lamb's quarter, and I keep not doing it, but that's the plan. But no fruit off of either one of those guys. I just took out the tomato I had on here yesterday, but I have peas, some snap peas that I started. There are bunching onions in this container, and there's also a watermelon that's growing out through the strawberries there. No fruit on it thus far. It's been struggling, but you know, it's not been a watermelon type of year. So roselle here, plenty of flowers, which these are actually not supposed to do that well in pots, and this might not be well compared to the one I have in the ground, but it seems to be doing okay, making flowers and stuff. Got my peas started. I just took out the cucamelons, and I'd had sweet potato vines in here. They were getting swamped, and so hopefully the sweet potatoes will have a chance to do something. At least that one might. It's big enough, I think, to have some time to grow on. I'm thinking we're not going to have much in the way of sweet potatoes this year, but you know, that's my own doing. Oh, grab a coffee cup. But the cucamelons, and you see there's still some in there, so that one might come back, but they were just, bug eaten mostly, and they weren't really producing anymore anyways. And last year I cut them back, and then they came back and gave me another little flush, and if it does, great, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. Alright, and that's my lemon. I think I walked right past the fact that it has fruit on it, which is very exciting. And that, I believe, is my Lisbon lemon that I've had for quite a long time and got very little fruit off of, but I'm finally getting the hang of citrus, I think. Bay laurel, doing great. Very low maintenance plant. Can't imagine why bay leaves are so expensive in the store. And that is lemon tree from seed. Needs to be repotted, which I've said all summer. I'll do it eventually. Eggplants. Producing quite well. You can see. I tried out a couple of them. And my family isn't big on eggplant, so normally I wouldn't have even grown them, but somebody gave them to me. And now we're going to figure out what to do with eggplant that they are willing to eat. We're going to try roasted eggplant. The celery over here, probably the best looking celery I've got, and the youngest one. Roselle in there, I just stuck a seed in because it was empty, and that's going. And this one, lots. I need to harvest the flowers off so I can dry the calyxes for tea, which is why we're doing that. And then let's look at the greenhouse. Various states of mess around the yard. Also, apple tree looking sad. Took down the cucumbers here, same thing as the cucamelons. They were just eaten up and not producing. Kind of put one of my peppers that I've been keeping in a pot in there, give it a better home. Fig tree that I think is going in the front circle is looking good. This apple tree, saddish. This tomato in a pot was a bad idea. It's never done anything. It's just looked sad. So now I know don't even bother with that. Other lemon tree also, and this is my Meyer lemon. It's got quite a few little babies on there. Exciting. Blueberry, Jersey variety. Those are my lime trees. I took the last lime off of this week, as a matter of fact. I got a hibiscus plant that I need to put in the ground. As you can see, it's not super happy, but it was in the sad plant section. Excuse me. And some peppers I was going to pot up right out of the greenhouse that are, peppering. A pimento pepper there, and then that is, I believe that just might be a standard red pepper that my friend gave me. And then look in the greenhouse, it's a little bit of a mess. Things I need to transplant out. The moths got in here and started having a field day, and aphids. So I have several cabbages, golden acre early, and red acre, I believe. And that's a broccoli. So those will be going out soon. Hollyhocks that I divided up, and I think I'm gonna try and keep those in the greenhouse and over winter and see how they do. Me trying to start onions has not worked out so great. I keep trying to prop them up with these barbecue skewers, and these were onion sets that I had left over from planting, so I kind of figured they wouldn't go, but they did. They started to, and then they died real hard. So, you never know unless you try. Some spinach, cilantro, younger cilantro, more mustard, pak choi. Yeah, the pak choi really, a ton of it germinated, and because I just like to separate plants and keep them going, I have a lot of pak choi, so we're going to be eating a lot of stir fry. That's a paprika plant with a big old pepper on it. You see these boys, I need to move them. They're hitting the ceiling. It's a habanada. It's actually one I had in the ground that kept getting eaten down, and so I moved it in, put it in a pot, and so it stayed very small, but it's pretty healthy looking now. Another paprika. I believe that's a poblano. Look at its tag. And this is a habanada. And being in a little pot has not deterred it whatsoever from putting on a bunch of peppers. So anyway, I haven't been able to keep up with all the potting I wanted to do as per usual, and transplanting, but you do what you can do. There's a overgrown lettuce back there, and that is a black cherry tomato that may or may not get in the ground. It's got some fruit on it actually. And lobelia I keep meaning to put in A, one of my planters, and B, in the pond forming next to my air conditioner. But yeah, maybe it'll happen. Okay, that's it, bye.